My name is Angelina Rodriguez, and I will be exploring the evolution of astronautics as portrayed through science fiction. The future is now, 2023. Science fiction has come a long way since its filming debut in 1895. La Chahordy Mechni, 1895, film made by the Lumiere brothers. This film portrayed modern marvels. People hustled and bustled much like they do today. I do not see fiction hidden amongst the scientific and technological advances displayed in the first ever science fiction film. The Trip to the Moon, 1902, was quick to follow the first in showing modern marvels. Writers, directors, and producers toyed with the fictional aspects of science. The actors projected themselves into the future. The sets mimicked what was seen by astronomers through telescopes. The first spacecraft designed to carry people to space was constructed. The Lumiere brothers are pushing psychological boundaries in film by testing the threshold of reality and fantasy that people will accept as truth or fallacies for the very first time. Characters dress their parts as a meeting is conducted discussing plans to take the people to the moon. After all, is this not what the people want? 5 astronauts are chosen to go to outer space. Ships are built and viewers watch as the astronauts land on a moon that looks like cheese. This is our first glimpse of the American moon captured on film. As time progresses, we receive the movie Metropolis, 1927, as our first feature-length sci-fi movie. During the viewing of this film, the audience witnesses a futuristic world laced with what we will soon come to know as reality. Although the film itself is based on fiction, this film is far from a fantasy. The use of eye contact is prevalent and pulls at the strings of the existence of soul. There are many religious context clues that also pull at these non-secular strings, which keep all viewers captivated. We tend to forget that we are viewing a fictional piece when we see harsh realities happening right in front of our eyes. Special effects have become more prevalent during this 1927 film than they were in previous films. Hiding truth behind smoke and mirrors is trending. Let us move forward to A Space Odyssey, 1968. The second scene of the film seems as though it was taken straight from NASA. We watch as a satellite films the sun from outer space. We see television on airplane headrests and a silly rendition on briefcase cell phones as FaceTime replaces the telephone before its time. Science fiction has once again come so close to hitting reality on the head. Candy-coated, buffed-up truth is called fantasy. Thousands of artists from all over the world came together to conceive and construct what the nations were soon to perceive as the future. NASA Apollo 11, 1969. Film was aired live for all to see in the privacy of their own homes on the family television. The film aired 1 hour and 36 minutes long in America. Britain aired 11 hours of continuous live feed from outer space. The spacesuits designed for NASA resemble those used in The Space Odyssey, 1968, designed by Harry Lang. One might believe that A Space Odyssey, 1968, was a test run for Apollo 11. Once again, science fiction is evaluating the world's threshold of reality as fantasy and vice versa. Star Wars, A New Hope, 1977, was released to the public. Science fiction took a turn in astronautics as we watch outer space become much more. The future has begun to manifest in front of our eyes as computer generation is utilized. Warcraft, spacecraft, and fictional locations are manifested with detail. Astronauts travel at light speed from planet to planet without needing a spacesuit or a space rocket. Science has taken a backburner to fictional fantasy and commercialism. Stargate, 1994. Viewers watch as the military plays a key role in space aeronautics. Archaeologists discover ancient technology that now allows military and archaeologists to travel through a portal called a stargate at the speed of light. Transition happens in the science fiction genre as fantasy attempts to become more fathomable for the local realist. Fantasy mixes with reality. This is science fiction in the 90s. Men in Black, 1997, begins an epic saga of films that date into the 2000s. Military astronauts are also special agents who are given the job of keeping aliens a secret. In this series of films, the aliens permanently reside on a planet called Earth. Blending in with humans, these beings multiply and thrive unless they break any intergalactic rules set in place. It is the purpose of the Men in Black to keep the peace by destroying violators and erasing people's memories to hide the truth from the masses. Science fiction films have become less futuristic and more present-day hypothetical. The amount of science and fantasy projected through computer-generated images far outweighs anything that can be seen by humans in the physical realm. While the mind accepts fiction as fallacy, the exactness of the images tricks our minds into believing for a moment that this too might be real. Transformers, 2007, we watch as the planet known as Earth is absorbed into a time called present. Much like Men in Black, 1997, the planet Earth is inhabited with alien extraterrestrials. All of these ETs are of the mechanical variety. These aliens from other planets use mechanics instead of human bodies to do their daily bidding. Aliens travel to and from planet Cybertron and planet Earth using space bridges. Actors portray a human race that lives to stare at a TV. The military forces are different from a human. They seek to find anything different and destroy it before anyone else has a chance to see it. Modern-day film has been used to transport present into the future, much like the aliens from Cybertron use space bridges to travel to Earth. Present and future exist at the same time like aliens from 2 different times and places, creating what is now the modern-day science fiction via Hollywood film.